What is going on, Drew? Back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be voting on the All-Star game. Now, if you guys don't know, you can currently go on the MLB website and vote for the starters. Obviously, there was the massive vote we had pretty much the whole month of June. Now we have the starters vote, so you vote between two players who you want to see start in the All-Star game. It's actually pretty cool. We can already see Ohtani and Judge are already starting in the All-Star game because it got the most votes. I'm pretty sure both of them had like 4 million votes or something like that. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Those guys definitely deserve it. Having phenomenal years always. But let's go through each of the leagues. We're going to start with the American, and then we're going to switch over to the National League. So here we go. Let's start with first base. We got Paul Goldschmidt or Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So obviously both players extremely well. If I get that massive extension, he's still playing pretty solid. And Paul Goldschmidt's had a really good solid season as well. He kind of completely came back on the Yankees, which is pretty cool to see. But looking by the numbers, I gotta go Vlad. I mean, he's clearly the better first baseman. He's having a phenomenal season, and I do want to see him back in the All-Star game. Then moving over on to second base, it was Jackson Holliday and Gleyber Torres to get voted in for the second base starting position. But I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, I think Gleyber Torres has had a pretty good season so far, and he's been unreal for the Tigers. So I gotta go with Gleyber Torres. Jackson Holliday, once again, he's having an okay season, but I don't think he's All-Star game material in my opinion. Especially with the way the Orioles have been playing, it's just not really good. And moving over to third base, we do have an interesting vote right here. I don't know if Alex Bregman is still injured or not. To be honest, even if he wasn't injured, I would still go J-Ram. I think J-Ram's been the best third baseman in the American League for multiple seasons at this point. He's literally been the real deal for Cleveland. So gotta go J-Ram. He always has a phenomenal season every single year. So definitely gotta go J-Ram. I would say Bregman's had a really good season with the Boston Red Sox, but I think the injury might have hindered his, play. I think if he was able to play a little bit more, he definitely could have a solid vote for it. Yeah, I think for third base, I still got to go J-Ram. I do think he's a really solid player. Now going over to shortstop in the American League, I mean, this is a really good one too. Jacob Wilson and Bobby Witt Jr. by far the best shortstops in the league right now. And I really do think Jacob Wilson has had an unreal June and May for the Oakland A's. And he's been absolutely phenomenal. He's got to get my vote. I definitely think he's really good. I know Bobby Witt Jr. has always been a solid player, but I think Jacob Wilson coming in as a rookie on that team and being phenomenal as he is. I mean, watch some of his highlights in some of his games. He's absolutely unreal. So I definitely got to vote him, and you guys know the A's hype is still real over there. Now we got catcher over here. I mean, it's so hard to even put Alejandro Kirk in this category. I mean, he's got a great average. Don't get me wrong. His average is great, but what Cal Raleigh is doing this season is unreal. He's definitely got my pick for catcher. He's currently on pace to pass Barry Bonds' record, which is insane to think about. Cal Raleigh's definitely got to be in my vote. He's in the home run derby. He definitely should start for the All-Star game. Now going over to the outfield, I think this is a pretty interesting decision. I don't think Trout really deserves it, to be honest. He's not really having a good season, in my opinion. I mean, he's definitely got 31 RBIs, 13 home runs. I mean, that's okay numbers, but I don't think he should be in the All-Star game. I know it's Mike Trout, so everyone kind of wants to see him in there. I mean, we're going off stats, not names over here. Riley Green, 100% in the All-Star game. For me, I mean, that's an unreal season. 63 RBIs, 19 home runs, and almost batting a 300. I mean, that's a phenomenal performance out of Riley Green, so definitely could play left field. And then it's really between Steven Kwan and Baez, and honestly, I like both players. I think they are really solid, but I would personally love to have Baez back in an All-Star game. I think he's obviously performed pretty well, and I do think he's playing a little bit better than Steven Kwan, even if Steven Kwan has a higher average. So yeah, I definitely got to put Baez back in there. I definitely think he's been a solid player. And now for DH in the American League, it's got to be Ryan O'Hearn, right? He's having an unreal season. I think Ben Rice has played pretty solid. I think Ben Rice is kind of underrated when you think about it on that Yankees team, and he's playing pretty solid. But I mean, Ryan O'Hearn's got a way better average, and he's got one more RBI, and I think he's definitely the better player. He could be getting traded after the All-Star game as well, so that kind of proves his value to me. So that's kind of who I have for my American League. I got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I got Gleyber Torres, I got Jose Ramirez, I got Jacob Wilson, I got Cal Raleigh. We already got Judge in there, and then we got the two Tigers being Javi Baez and Riley Green. And then we got Ryan O'Hearn for our DH. So let's go on to the National League now. So for first base in the National League, I mean, I think Pete Alonso's had a great season. I really do think he's got a great season. To me, he's got the better numbers. I'm going to take Pete Alonso over Freddie Freeman any day. I think Freddie's been pretty good, but I think Pete Alonso definitely deserves it for the Mets. And plus, I know there's a big meme, by the way, if you just kind of tell, there's literally a Dodgers player at literally every single position. So, you technically could have the full Dodgers, starting lineup in the All-Star game. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I find that highly unlikely, to be honest. And plus, I don't really want to see that. That's not what the All-Star game's about. But for me, Pete Alonso's having a phenomenal season. Definitely going to get my vote. Second base is a good one. I mean, Ketel Marte is unreal. You cannot doubt Ketel Marte's success. Yeah, Edmonds got one more RBI, but I mean, look at his average in OPS. It's actually unreal. And his WAR is really good, too. Ketel Marte has definitely been the best second baseman in the National League, or probably even the whole season as well. You could probably argue that. Then going over to third base, we got Manny Machado and Max Muncy. Both players, once again, play really solid for their teams and are both really good third basemen. I think Max Muncy has been unreal when it comes to hitting home runs. But I think when I look for an overall best player, I think it's Manny Machado here. 300 average is still impressive to me. I think average weighs a lot of weight, at least in my opinion. I know like people like to use those advanced stats in my opinion, but I don't care about advanced stats. I think when you look at the original stats from what baseball's been built on, I think these are the four. But yeah, I think Manny Machado's been unreal, so definitely going to have my vote for third base. Now when it comes to shortstop over here, shortstop's an interesting one. I mean, Mookie Betts has, honestly, he's been okay. I don't think he's been great, but when you're on this, good of a Dodgers team, you're definitely going to be a good player, right? So I think Lindor, I think he's been really good. I mean, his home run streak he had this season was unreal. But it's like if he hit a home run, the Mets were like guaranteed to win a game or something like that. That was an insane streak. He's clearly got the better stats, and I do think it'd be cool to have him in the game. Now, when it comes to catcher, now, it was cool to have Carson Kelly voted in, but yeah, there's no shot against Will Smith. I mean, Will Smith's been probably the best catcher for the last couple of years, too. He's been really solid, so he's got the better stats. I think Will Smith definitely deserves it 100%. Yeah, I think this is a pretty obvious one. Even though I do like Carson Kelly, he did have a good breakout to the start of the season. I mean, Will Smith's been unreal. I think when I look at constants, I think of Jose Ramirez and Will Smith are like guys I've always voted into the All-Star game, which is kind of funny to think about. Now, when it comes to the outfield, I mean, we have a lot of players to choose from. I mean, we could break this down. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been unreal since he's been back, and I really do think if he played the whole season, he would still be putting up these numbers. So for me, I think Ronald Acuna Jr. is 100% in the All-Star game. Now, I think when you look at Pete Crow and Tio, they have similar numbers, right? I mean, you could definitely tell they got similar numbers. I think Pete Crow's been a little bit better than Tio, especially this season. When you look at Andy Pages, he's kind of a little bit better than both of them on different aspects, right? So you can definitely put him. I think when we look at Juan Soto, he struggled at the beginning of the season, and he's been pretty solid the last couple of weeks. So he's definitely been pretty solid. And then for me, Tucker's been unreal. I mean, he's had a great season with the Cubs this year. But for me, I think I got to go Pete Crow. I think he definitely deserves it. And then I think I got to go between one of the Dodgers players. I think they've both been pretty solid. Then we'll go Pages. I think he's got a little bit better stats than the other two. There's definitely an argument you can make for Tucker. There's definitely an argument you can make for Tio and Pages. And maybe even Juan Soto a little bit. I think there is an argument there too with his OPS being pretty good. Especially he's been performing over the last weeks. But it's just such a hard decision to make, honestly. But I think for me, I'm going to go Ronald Acuna Jr., Pete Crow, and then Pages. And as we know, Shohei Ohtani is already the DH, so we don't have to vote him in. This is my National League All-Star team. I got Pete Alonso playing first. I got Ketel Marte playing second. We got Manny Machado at third, Lindor at short, Will Smith at catcher. And in the outfield, I got Ronald Acuna Jr., Pete Crow Armstrong, Andy Pages, and then Ohtani as the DH. So there we go. These are my current votes for the Phase 2 of the All-Star Game. But here are my picks before I submit them. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you guys have in the All-Star Game? Which players do you think deserve to be in the All-Star Game? With that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.